always make the grade. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his own. Oh, money, you've got lots of friends hanging around your door. When it's gone and spending ends, they don't count no more. Rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his own.
Thank you. Miss Jami Lynn on vocals. Would you like to hear her sing one more song for you this evening? Let's do it. I knew it. I just had a feeling, Jimmy. I just had a feeling. All right, we're going to do a song now. Is this really the name of the song, Jami?
Sure is.
Shoe Fly Pie and Apple Pan Dowdy? Shouldn't one of us, at least one of us, have a banjo? We're going to play a song called Shoe Fly Pie and Apple Pan Dowdy. All right, let's do it.
shoe fly pie, and apple bandani makes your eyes light up, your tummy say howdy. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Oh, shoe fly pie, and apple bandani makes the sky light up when heavens are cloudy. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Oh, mama, when you bake, mama, I don't want cake, mama. For my sake, open up the oven and make some heavy loving. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani makes your eyes light up, your tummy say howdy. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani, never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani makes your eyes light up, your tummy say howdy. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani makes the sun come out when heavens are cloudy. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Oh, mama, when you bake, mama, I don't want cake, mama. For my sake, open up the oven and make some heavy loving. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani makes your eyes light up when heavens are cloudy. Shoe fly pie, and apple bandani, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff.
Yeah. It's Jami Lynn. One more time, a round of applause for Miss Jami Lynn. Fantastic. We would like to say we're very grateful to be here tonight. We play all over the state. The members of this quintet make up something called the Jazz Diversity Project, which gets arts funding from the South Dakota Arts Council. It gets funding from the South Dakota Humanities Council. It gets funding from a lot of private actors and the National Endowment for the Arts to enable us to go everywhere. Ranch country, reservations, cities, towns, villages where I didn't even know they had a school, where we do this educational program at no cost to the schools. And we've served over 30,000 students over the last few years doing that program. And so it's very meaningful for us to come and play for an event where artists from around the state come together with other people from around the state that are supportive of the arts. We're just very grateful to be here. Introducing on the bass tonight from Sioux Falls, please say hello to a gentleman who plays with the symphony. He plays with about every style of music imaginable, Mr. Andrew Reinhardt. I'm also going to introduce you to our drummer. If you have been aware of the South Dakota State Band and Marching Band over these last 30 years, this gentleman's been directing them and done a lot of great work in Brookings, the one and only Jim McKinney. And last but not least, my name's Jeremy Haig. I'm from Del Rapids, South Dakota. There might even be some other people in this room that have a connection to Del Rapids, South Dakota. Much obliged. We're going to do a song now called Ghost of a Chance. Fun thing about this, it was written by Bing Crosby. Most of the time, he just sang songs. This one, he must have been sitting in the room long enough to claim a writer's credit, because it says that he wrote it. All right. I need your love so badly. I love you oh so madly. I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. I thought at last I'd found you, but other loves surround you. But I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. If you'd surrender just for a tender kiss or two, you might discover that I'm the lover meant for you, and I'd be true. But what's the use of scheming? I know I must be dreaming, and I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. I need your love so badly. I love you oh so madly, and I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. I thought at last I'd found you, but other loves surround you, and I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. If you'd surrender just for a tender kiss or two, you might discover that I'm the lover meant for you, and I'd be true. But what's the use of scheming? I know I must be dreaming, 'cause I don't stand a ghost of a chance. No, I don't stand a ghost of a chance. I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. Thank you very much. Would you like to hear one more quick song as we head out? Is that okay, or is it too late? Okay, here's my idea. I have an idea. I think we should make this kind of like one of those swing clubs, a speakeasy, if you will, from years and years ago. You see the documents on the wall outside. What they have is the amendments. One of the amendments banned alcohol. Then they passed one a few years later that let alcohol back in the door. And in between, jazz got really famous in the United States because there were a lot more bars that opened as soon as they banned alcohol. So here's what I need people to do. To imitate this speakeasy style, I think I need clappers, and then we'll just start the song. We're going to do something from Duke Ellington's songbook. Ready? Yeah, that one went out. That's what it was. All right. Yeah, keep that going. All right. A 1, 2, play out. How about a round of applause for the Jazz Collective dancers? Jami, take one of those. One last time, let's get everybody clapping. Everybody clapping. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
In our state, we are very fortunate. When I am running around the country or talking to friends from different places, I am constantly asked, how in the world does South Dakota do it? How is it that you get so much done, and how do you have such access to your government, your legislators, your governor, your secretaries? And they postulate that it's just because we're all related, or that our state is very small. And I say, you know what, that's not it. It's who we are and why we live here and how we live. And that's what makes it work. A great example of this collaboration and this partnership is how our state arts agency, the South Dakota Arts Council, interfaces and collaborates with our citizen group, which is South Dakotans for the Arts. And those two groups in most states, the non-arts agency group usually watchdogs the other one. And instead, in South Dakota, we all work together and do programming and events like this together. And it's because of that that we get so much done.
I don't know what you were doing in the 1970s, but I was wearing these pants. Not every day in the 70s, but my point is, a lot of things that took root in the 70s, just by our standards today, were not very good ideas. South Dakotans for the Arts took root in the 1970s, and it's as relevant and as vibrant today as it was 40 years ago. And Kristen, I think maybe we have another artifact from the 1970s.
Not my fault.
That is when the CBS production of Gunsmoke came to the Black Hills, I think it was 1972, and shot some episodes of Gunsmoke using the 1880 train and other locations in Hill City. So there's another representation of the 1970s, and you notice the woman there certainly has a 1970s hairstyle, but in no way does it date as badly as these slacks do. Well, I want you to remember that woman from the 1970s, because we're going to meet her later today, and she's an outstanding example of an idea that took roots in the 70s that's relevant to every one of us tonight. More about that later.
Sorry, it really wasn't my idea, the whole picture thing. We're going to do you have the questions?
Yes,
okay. We're going to do our next question, question 2 of our quiz. And so get out your scorecards. Are you ready? We're going to do writers this time. One of these quotes is from a South Dakota writer.
Okay, 3 quotes, and we've got it right now. It's ABC, not 1, 2, 3.
Right.
So one of these is a South Dakota writer. See if you can guess who it is. A, the only stupid thing about words is the spelling of them. B, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. C, there is nothing to writing. All you do is sit down at a typewriter and bleed. So let me run those once more. A, the only stupid thing about words is the spelling of them. B, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. C, there is nothing to writing. All you do is sit down at a typewriter and bleed. Okay. Which one sounds like a South Dakotan? A famous South Dakotan.
Okay, who thinks it's A? Who thinks it's B? Ooh. Who thinks it's C? Nice, very evenly divided.
Well, the answer is A. The only stupid thing about words is the spelling of them, by our own Laura Ingalls Wilder. The other 2 writers were not bad writers, Ben Franklin for B and Ernest Hemingway for C. Well, Kristen talked about her group, South Dakotans for the Arts, starting in the 1970s. I am chairman of the board of the South Dakota Arts Council, We date back to 1967, and it's hard to believe it's going to be the 50th anniversary before we know it. We have a great board, and I'm pleased that so many of them are with us tonight. So again, I'm going to say their names, and if you'll just wait till stand until we get through the whole list. But I think present tonight are Linda Clark Adelstein, Brian Bondi, Mary Bordeaux, Lynn Byrne, Justine Estes, James Johnson, Dawn Montello, Jane Rasmussen, Jim Spears, James Walker. Please stand so we can recognize you. I can tell you they work so hard and they put so much thought into what they do. We also have members of our State Arts Council staff with us tonight. And you know, when Kristen says people from away can't believe how much we get done in South Dakota, often they're referencing this staff. They do the work that sometimes staffs twice or 3 times as big as them don't do as well. And so I want to recognize them. Executive Director Michael Pangburn, Rebecca Delagrana, Sharon Winkler. If you could stand, please. And the South Dakota Arts Council mission is about every South Dakotan. The mission is to recognize the importance of creativity in the lives of all South Dakotans.
And likewise, we'd like to recognize the Board of South Dakotans for the Arts as well. So again, I'll read your names, and if you could stand all at once at the end, please. Kathleen West, Peter Strong, Anne Marie Davis, Susan Hansen, Stacy Braun, Dallas Chief Eagle, Larry Lingstad, Wendy Mendoza, Pam Merchant, David Merib, Representative Fred Romkema, and Bob Wyrick. Could you please stand? Thank you for all you do. It's a year-round job, and we appreciate it very much. And likewise, our staff, Pat Boyd, Sherry Cosell, and Sue Stone Douglas. Oh, there she is. Wait, I got to do my mission. The South Dakotans for the Arts mission is the organization is dedicated to advancing the arts through service, education, and advocacy. And we appreciate all the advocacy that everybody worked so hard on in the recent past regarding our bill that funded our organization. So.
We also benefit by the generosity of spirit, experience, and time contributed by arts professionals around the state. And we extend our gratitude to the Advisory Council of the South Dakota Alliance for Arts Education and the Community Arts Network of South Dakota. And tonight, once again, we express our sincere appreciation for the continuing sponsorship of the Governor's Awards in the Arts by Delta Dental of South Dakota. Scott Jones, are you here tonight? There he is. Well, Scott, thank you for being a constant friend of the arts in your long-time sponsorship of this program, these awards. Delta Dental of South Dakota is a presence in every community, and their support is very much vital to our work. Thank you again, Scott.
Now it's our pleasure to present our first award of the evening, and that is the Living Indian Treasure Award. We're doing something fun this year. We're having presenters discuss the awards and the recipients this year, so it's a little bit more personal and informative for you. We'd like to welcome up to the stage now, please, Dr. Craig Howe from the Center for American Indian Research and Native Studies.
And his co-presenter is Barry LeBeau.
love spotlights. That's mine. Everybody knows where I come from. The Native American way of life traditionally honors the elders of their culture. In 1990, the South Dakota Living Indian Treasure Award was established to recognize and continue this tradition. The award is presented biannually at the South Dakota Governor's Awards in the Arts and is co-sponsored by the Northern Plains Indian Art Market and South Dakotans for the Arts. Artists nominated for this award must be living South Dakota Native Americans and over the age of 55. Artists working in all art forms are eligible, including visual arts, music, dance, theater, literature, and storytelling. Selection is based upon preservation of excellence in traditional Indian art forms or for breaking new ground with innovative art that stems from traditional sources.
Kevin Locke's Lakota name is Dokaya Inajin, the first to arise. He is known throughout the world as a visionary hoop dancer, as a preeminent player of the indigenous Northern Plains flute, as a storyteller, as a cultural ambassador, recording artist, and educator. Kevin is Hunkpapa Lakota and also Anishinaabe, or Ojibwe. He received training in the values, traditions, and language of his native culture from a number of individuals, including his mother, Patricia Locke, a MacArthur Foundation grant winner, his uncle, Abraham Indovhorn, a mentor, Joe Rockboy, and other elders and relatives. Kevin Locke is a dance and musical hero and role model. His special joy is working with children in reservations to ensure the survival and growth of indigenous cultures.
I'd just like to say that Kevin is finally old enough to receive this award. He should have been so honored by South Dakota 20 years ago when he was named a National Heritage Fellow by the National Endowment for the Arts. But be that as it may, we present the 2013 South Dakota Living Indian Treasure Award to Kevin Locke.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you for the great intro. I think that was the second best intro I ever had, because one time I introduced myself. No, thank you very much, Governor and First Lady and distinguished guests, everybody. It's really an honor to be here with all of you to share in a good meal. It's really good to the company at our table. I brought my daughter and my granddaughter, and Reverend Tuhawk was the commencement speaker at my daughter's graduation at Wakapala High several years ago. So it's really good to see all of you. And I've been with the South Dakota Arts Council now, I don't know how long. I think it's maybe over 30 years, I think. And I've been doing a lot of touring programs. And for me, even though I've been to a lot of venues, I think the pinnacle of my career is if I can go to like He Dog School or White River or Bison or McIntosh or Enemy Swim Day School, any of these communities, I really enjoy being a part of the community here. And I think about 95% of my presentations are school-age population. And whenever I do a program, I always say a prayer, and so I can properly properly recognize the young people. One of the prayers that I like to use, I'll just recite it, it's short. It says,